Ahoy mates, I am the River Pirate. Welcome to my channel, the River Pirate 13. Please stab that subscribe button. Today we are going to visit Margaritaville Resort Orlando. I thought I'd do a video of my experience there and how much fun I had. It was a 3-day, 2-night weekend getaway for me and my wench. And we just had a great time. If you don't mind, I gotta take a sip of my Bahama Mama here. Oh yeah, this is the one of the neat cups you can get at the one of the pool bars. I love it. It's great stuff. All right, I'm going to use my cue cards, and I hope you don't mind. There's a lot of information that I didn't want to forget. This video won't be that long, but I just want to make sure I didn't forget anything. When you first walk into the lobby, the first thing you notice, the lobby's huge. It is big. When we went up to the reception desks, they were quick, they were fast. They have this video screen behind it that's got all these ocean view videos going of beaches and so forth. It was instant vacation. And as I walked around the lobby, they had a coconut telegraph that was their business center. I like that. And they had, I don't know, I tried to sit and count. There was well over, I'm going to guess, 700 margarita glasses hanging like a chandelier from the roof. Oh wow, it was unreal. Lots of seating area around the lobby. Loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. There's a gift shop in the lobby. I didn't take a picture of it. I got this little guy from that gift shop. It's a Margaritaville store. The only difference is everything's labeled for the Orlando Resort. They had some great stuff in there, though. I mean, great shirts, and I got this shirt there. Love this shirt. That's where I bought it. Once we were checked in, they give you these armbands, and I'll hold it up to you so you can see it. This armband is what gets you everywhere. You use it to pay for things. It gets you into your room, and it opens doors to the resort to get to certain areas. Really like it. Made it a cinch. What else? Our room that I booked a poolside room, but you don't pick the exact room, so you don't really know what the room is till you get there. Well, I got room 515, which turned out to be great. It overlooked the License to Chill pool. It was on the top floor, and I couldn't ask for a better. The room itself was standard Margaritaville decor. I liked everything I saw in there. It makes you feel like you are, on an island vacation for sure. And even the view out the balcony was great. One thing I will tell you about the balcony is, if you're expecting a private balcony, it ain't private. You're out in the open where everybody can see you. But that's okay. They can see me drinking my drink here. So, love the room. It was great. Restaurants. Let's talk about those. In the lobby, there is the Provisions restaurant, which is effectively the main restaurant. They serve, if I recall right, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then there's Provisions, where you can get some breakfast items and lunch items. They had I didn't realize it till really the second day, that there's a grill in there where they can make you hamburgers, a cheeseburger in paradise. They actually had it on the menu there. But I went to Provisions to get coffee, and that was about all I got there. It was great, though. And then the other food plate location is the Salty Rim Bar and Grill. That's at the pool, called Fins to the Left. Oh, very important. If you decide to go to Margaritaville, if you haven't already been to one, or maybe you've already been to one, make sure you've signed up for the Margaritaville perks. Why? Because our first two drinks were included, and we also got a room gift, which was like a little dessert thing. It was like a nuts and all sorts of. It was really good though, and the it was like $28 for that we saved on each of those perks. So definitely get them. Let's talk about the pools. There's the pool fins to the left, fins to the right, and then there's the license to chill pool. Let's talk about the fins to the left pool. That one was the one where the Salty Rim and Bar and Grill is located. The fins to the right, that's where the Tiki Bar was located. And the license to chill pool, there is no bar or anything. You have to bring it yourself because there's no bar. But it's the relaxation pool. It's not meant to, be a party pool. Also, between the fins to the left and the fins to the right pool, in the middle, there is a hot tub, shaped kind of like a pie-shaped hot tub. Good sized one, and so that was I did really really great stuff. I mean, there's pools everywhere, and this is also part of those pools areas. It's called the Fins Up, I think Fins Up Beach Club. So there's sand around all the loungers and beach sand, and the sand felt very similar to sand in the Bahamas or some other very soft sand. It's very very nice, really really nice. First come serve, first come first served. I think I got that right. For the umbrella loungers, you can rent the cabanas, but that's an extra charge, and you usually typically can rent them ahead of time if they aren't already sold out. The other part of the stay was that they had live entertainment. They have a pool party. They had a pool party Friday night, which was called I get this right. The Foam I may have to read this. Foam Palooza pool party, and they put this giant foam shooter thing, and you look like you're in a giant bubble bath. And that occurred at the Fins of the Left pool. So much fun. It was so much fun. As you can see, it was great. It was loved it. Saturday night they had the volcano, the Polynesian experience, and that too was a lot of fun. The only thing that happened at both pool parties is they both ended up getting cut short a little bit because of the evening thunderstorms, because that's Florida. That's what we do. We have thunderstorms in the late evening, and we have to wait for the storms to go through. I want to also touch on, there's a Saint Somewhere spa. We did go inside the spa or in the waiting area. It was nice. I didn't see anything that was, I don't know, unique to it, other than it had that little bit of the Buffett kind of touch to it. We didn't end up going to the spa. I did try to book my wench's nails and toes, manicure pedicure. I can't even talk today. However, they were already booked up, and I tried to book that like 3 weeks out, so they book up fast. We also went to the Fins Up Fitness Center, and surprisingly, it wasn't as big as I thought it would be. It was effectively the same size, I would say, maybe on most hotels. It wasn't particularly large. It was nice. It was very nice, but it wasn't particularly large. So I don't know if that's just thinking about the other Margaritaville resorts I've been to. I don't recall their fitness centers being very large either. So I think it was probably about the same. It should be. They had live music also. The bar at Euphoria, there's a lobby bar there, and they have live music there. We saw a band called Society. It's actually a larger band, but they had their singer there and their acoustic guitar person, and it was very relaxing. I sat there and had a really nice, delicious drink, boat drink, right out of Margarito's song, and it was great. The tiki bar was nice, and I didn't have anything at that bar. I saw it, I just didn't go to it. And then there's a Salty Rim and Bar and Grill, and that had I think I ate there a few times, had some drinks and so forth. There's also a pier on there. They have a pier that goes out onto the lake. I didn't see anything functionally what it was for. You just could walk out there and enjoy sitting out. I don't know, about 50 feet, no, maybe more longer than that, 100 feet out into the lake. The resort itself has I don't know what to call it. They have these, let's see what they called it, cottages that are around the resort that you can rent those for larger parties, like big families and stuff, that may not fit in a hotel room. Those look kind of nice. They look real nice. And then they have the residences at Margaritaville, where you can buy a condominium there, and it looked like there were several, I don't know, 5, 6 stories tall. I'm not really sure. They look very nice, and you could live at Margaritaville the rest of your life, I guess. Didn't ask for pricing or anything about that. The question is, how does this Margaritaville stack up against the Margaritaville resorts I've stayed at or been to? I would say this one was huge. This one was great. I mean, if it had anything that you would say, darn, I wish it had, is that it's 55 miles from the beach. I mean, it's inland. It's got lakes, but it's completely inland. However, I will say this. With all the beach sand everywhere they had, I swear every time I went around the Salty Rim Bar and Grill or went around one of the buildings, I half expected to see the ocean on the other side. It was very breezy. The music playing, you felt like you were at some beach resort, and they did a great job. It's quite the illusion. I love it. The other piece that I want to touch on is that they've got in October. That's at least I was told. They're opening a huge pool, and the restaurant's going to be the Mango Moon Bar and Grill, and they've got a giant tiki bar, I mean, huge, and they've got loungers in the pool all the way around. Wow, it's going to be. I can hardly wait to go back. I want to see it when they have that when that opens. It looks great. Love it. So the last question I have to myself on here is, how did it compare to taking a cruise? Now, a cruise would have been 4 days, 3 nights. I only did 3 days, 2 nights at the resort. And one thing to be aware of, the room rate that you get doesn't include the resort fee. Everything else, taxes are all added on top of it. So, for example, my room rate was I think it was for one day it was $226, the next day it was $234, which is really reasonable, and that's really inexpensive. However, when you start adding all of the taxes and the occupancy taxes and everything else and the resort fee, it worked out to more like $305 a night for the stay, which isn't really that bad. I've stayed at beach resorts that have been way more than that, so still, that's a very reasonable price for what you get. And your gratuity is all included in all the drinks you buy. So I mean, or you order from the bar or whatever. You can add an extra tip, but it's already added. So as far as compared to a cruise, I did the math and kind of did a hypothetical because I spent at the resort like I would have spent on a cruise. Compared to the last couple cruises I've been on that were weekend getaways, 4 days, 3 nights, it works out to about the same amount. There isn't much of a difference. In fact, if anything, I would say the cruise might be a little more, depending on what cruise line you go on. But overall, if I had done this for 4 days, 3 nights, the math says I would have worked out to about the same. And I do want to say one little piece though. On a cruise, you can make a cruise really cheap by not going to any specialty restaurants, by not, just buying anything on it. You can get it fairly inexpensive. However, I was just trying to duplicate what I do on a cruise at this resort, and it came out for about the same price. So can't complain there. I think I covered all my information on there. I make sure you like and subscribe, and put a like on this video. And when if you're ever wanting to visit a Margaritaville, I will say this one in Orlando is the one that is so much fun. And oh wait, there's one other piece I can't forget. I knew I was going to forget something. The Margaritaville Resort is sitting next to what they call Sunset Walk, which is a whole shopping plaza with restaurants, and there's even a giant water park there. It is walking distance from the resort. I mean, you could drive over there, I guess, but there was a restaurant I walked into. This is before we got to the resort, and before we checked in. I kind of drove around and I thought, let's get some lunch over here at this Sunset Walk area. And we went to this place called The Wharf. Food was great. Drinks were great. Went next door. They had a Ford garage. And the Ford's garage looked great. Liked it. It was great beers there, everything. And also, Radio Margaritaville is actually located in that plaza, that shopping plaza, Sunset Walk. It's not at the resort. So it's kind of neat. So, all right. Well, I knew I was going to forget something, and I didn't. I remembered that. All right. With that, go to have an adventure with Margaritaville, and fins up.